this is still quite well. This is still quite well premiumed as a stock. It still has a fair amount of. It still has a fair amount because remember this stock was at $9.40 yesterday. So at 24 bucks, it still has an awful lot of premium in it. So, so there should still be plenty of sellers, is what I'm saying. There isn't plenty of sellers. So that tells me that there's going to be a buy opportunity off the 20 buck area to try and start working into, and you can start seeing the little level 2 rejections. And as soon as you see that, Greg, as soon as you see that rejection at $20.70 and thereabouts, you start bidding into that. You start saying, you know what, give me a bit of business here. Give me a bit of business, because obviously if you can then get back above this level here, obviously you're looking for a good bounce on Beyond Spring here. You're looking for a bit of a bounce here, and obviously if we can get above that, we could start looking for a bit of a rip. And obviously what happens, you can see we get stuck at that supply area just here. The price comes back down again, and we say, okay, well, let's try it again. Let's see if it goes again. And it comes back down into that same area here. We get another opportunity to buy it again off that same level 2 level that we've been dealing at before. And again, we're looking to try and get a rip off of that 23 wholesale. And obviously what's happened since then, of course, is that we managed to make the break. We managed to make the break off the $21 stock area. And since then, of course, we've had a very, very nice rip higher up to $29, which was that rejected high from earlier. So that gave you a nice opportunity to book your monies at 29 bucks right there, see it? So that gave you the perfect opportunity to book your cash for effectively a $7 profit on a $20 stock, which is obviously pretty good numbers, right? $7 profit on a $20 stock. And, well, that's pretty good, isn't it? You know, when you're looking at a trade like this and you're looking at 30% return on your monies, then you can start thinking to yourself, you know what, that is a good bit of business. Well, it was as high, obviously, in the overnight, the pre-market is $46.06. I mean, it's an enormous pre-market high up here. So you can start to recognize the pre-market high, but the way you would have obviously been able to recognize this was, look at what happened around about the $20 pre-market. Do you see it? Do you see what happened at $20 pre-market? I mean, if you just look at that $20 pre-market level there, you start looking at what happened. The big rip came from the $20 pre-market level, didn't it? So it was once it cleared that level, you can see what was going on. And obviously there was a big withdrawal of liquidity in this little gap here. There's just rogue results coming through here. So you just have to forgive those bits of data. And then, of course, we start to see the opportunity to trade it right off of that same level where we saw that buyer in the pre-market. And this time, obviously, we've got a lot of volume to buy at this time. And obviously, the move higher was perfect against that big volume rejection that we had at the open. So, and that's 35% return on your account, guys. 35%, taking a 10% risk. I like big risks in these because we're not buying options. We're actually buying the physical stocks. And these are stocks that have had some pretty good news. There's going to be some sort of reason for any sort of catalyst. So you've got to start looking into those ideas and saying, you know what, I do fancy a bit of business here. I do want to make 35% return on my account. And there it was. There it was. Great level and a great level and a great trade.